Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Bloons on the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day as usual. So we're doing a micro challenge with AwesomeCLASHER. This is the best map for the micro challenge. I actually made a mistake like the first time doing a micro challenge because I went, or not the first time, like one of the first times. I think it was like the second or third time I did the micro challenge. I picked the map Swamp, which you can't do the micro challenge on with these towers because it requires 2 towers, because you can't just use the radioactive sub on Swamp, so there's not really one tower on Swamp that can take out pinks, so yeah, or there is, but none of the towers that we were using. So pretty much you just at the beginning you throw down a radioactive sub, and radioactive sub lasts you till around 22, because around 22 is when ceramics come. But the radioactive sub can take care of all balloons apart from ceramics. But other than that, it can take care of every balloon on this map. If you actually, something I did discover the other day is that if you use Ninja and you use Sabotage Supply Lines, you can actually take out ceramics with the radioactive sub if you sabotage the ceramics first, which I didn't know, but yeah, that's something I figured out. But as I said before, it's pretty simple up until about round 22. Later in this game, I actually sent AwesomeCLASHER to like regen rainbows just to test how good the radioactive sub was, and the sub on this map was able to take down rainbow regens by itself. So it's pretty insane. I don't think it can take out. No, I don't think it can take out ceramics on this map. I mean, I haven't really tried it, but I don't think it can because I think the ceramics are just slightly too fast for it. But the like more intense rounds, or like the rounds when something starts happening, it like at 22, something like does happen because ceramics come. But I would say the most exciting is maybe around 40. Yeah, I'd say around 40 because that's when like Moabs, you're not able to one-shot Moabs with the GZ, and then BFBs come, and then Oh My Gods come, and it gets pretty exciting. I would definitely say that micro challenge does get my heart going a lot. I'm not necessarily like nervous, but it gets my heart rate going because I'm like moving so fast, or I'm like trying to move fast, and yeah. Which something I was thinking about was like, because in battle royale games, like I get nervous. Like I know this probably happens to everyone, but in battle royale games I get nervous when going up against someone. But that happens in Fortnite. But in Ring of Elysium, I don't get nervous. I'm not really sure why. I think it's just because I feel more confident, and I just feel more confident in Ring of Elysium than I do in Fortnite. I did just start ranting on about other games, but I figured until round 22 I would just talk about something else as you guys watch the gameplay in the background, because as I said before, nothing's really happening until round 22 because these radioactive subs by themselves can just take them out. We did kind of mess around, which is what I usually like to do with GZs. I just like to kind of mess with it and spam. It's also kind of good to warm up using GZs and stuff. Actually, one of the earlier times I was confused why we got Buccaneer for like later game for BFBs. I was confused because I thought GZs would just be able to wipe them out, but when you get later game, the amount of BFBs that come, there's no way you're possibly going to be able to take all of them out with GZs. So that kind of makes sense in that area. So I started sending regen zebras just to kind of see how good these radioactive subs were, and they were doing really well. They were able to take out all of these regen zebras. AwesomeCLASHER had to go do something, so he went ahead and put down a couple more radioactive subs, which he didn't need. That made sense. Which he didn't need. He only needed one, but He just wanted to make sure he had enough defense. So I didn't really care that he put down 3 towers because he had to go do something. So he had to leave the game for a couple minutes. So I didn't really care too much because it didn't change. It didn't make any changes in the game. He's not gonna win at this part just because he has more radioactive subs down. Because as I said before, it gets like the only time it would really make a difference of having more towers down would be when we got to round 40 and 50. Like if he had those later rounds, like if he had like up 3 first strike abilities and then just used them all, like that would be the point where it makes a difference. And this is when he comes back. He sells them. But as you can see, one radioactive sub. I start sending rainbows. God, what am I saying? Rainbow regens this time, and look how many. I was honestly very surprised that one radioactive sub could take out regen rainbows by itself. Like, look how many balloons are popping on the screen. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. I don't know why I was still sending them because regen rainbows are horrible for eco because they give you rainbow zebras actually aren't too bad for eco. I still prefer pinks, but regen rainbows are actually like really bad for eco, and the reason for that is because they give half the money that zebras do. And I think zebras are 3 times cheaper, and they give double the amount of eco, and they go out quicker. Regen rainbows are purely there for rushes, not for eco at all, because they're horrible for rushes. Because regen rainbows cost 3 times the amount that regen zebras do, and they give half the eco, and when you they go out way slower than regen zebras do as well. Which is why pinks are the best, because they give a good bit of eco, and you can just send them so quickly, so you get so much eco so fast. We are nearing round 22 though, so it's gonna get a little more intense. It doesn't get, and in my opinion, it doesn't get intense till like round 40, I would say. Yeah, definitely 40, but it does get a little less. It does get a little less entertaining, or a little less entertaining. It does get a little more intense on round 22 though, because ceramics do come. The first time I did a micro challenge, I was kind of terrified when these ceramics were on the screen, but since I've played it a few times now, they don't really terrify me anymore because what I also realized, I could have got up a Spectre, but I just GZ'd. It was honestly, it's a lot more fun in my opinion to GZ, or I have a lot more fun just GZing constantly than using Spectres, because I like just getting micro practice and micro. It's good for warming up as well, because as I said before, like later rounds, I would say the most challenging rounds are rounds 40. The rounds like in the 40s. Round 50 is insanely hard. The farthest round I've ever made it to was round 51. That was with Blizzard, and he did beat me in that one, which is crazy. It's not crazy that he beat me. It was crazy that I lasted that long. I knew he was gonna beat me because he's much better than I am, but it's kind of crazy that we survived that long. And if I didn't die, I don't know how much longer we could have went, or how much longer he could have went. But yeah, it was crazy. I think in this micro challenge we went to round 43 or 44. The round 43, I think, yeah, around 43 and 44 are when Oh My Gods come, and holy cow, I don't know how I was able to survive these Oh My Gods when I was playing with Blizzard, because holy cow, they're so difficult to defend. Like both of them, like back to back, it's insane. That's round 43 and round 44 are by far the most intense rounds. For me anyways, because there's two Oh My Gods, there's a bunch of Moabs, there's a bunch of BFBs, it's crazy. Without if I didn't have any of these if I didn't have one of these 3 towers, I don't know if I would have been able to make it as far, or I don't know if we would have been able to make it as far as we did. These 3 towers are key for Micro Challenge, because you need GZ to take care of Moabs and Bloons. Because in the later rounds, like a lot of natural regen rainbows, regen zebras start coming, so it's very difficult to stop those if you did not have GZ or Spectre. And that both work. And then for First Strike is key for Oh My Gods, and then Buccaneer is key for BFBs. So if you did not have one of these towers, I don't think there would be any way you could make it as far as round 50. I'd be very surprised if someone could, because that would be crazy. It was difficult. It was difficult enough as it is with these 3 towers, and these towers are really good for it. So. Oh, something else I was also trying to do during this game is AwesomeCLASHER told me that you can apparently use the hook on the Buccaneer to scoop in red balloons. So so my goal throughout this entire game was literally just to scoop up a red balloon with the hook. I almost got it at the end there. I think I was like freaking out. I wasn't like yelling or anything or upset or anything. I was like, I really wanted to get this because I really wanted to see like scooping up a red, because I've never done it before, and it's kind of crazy that you can do it. I love it. But I was starting to send reds, or no, I asked AwesomeCLASHER to send reds to me to see if I could do it, but the other balloons kept coming on the screen, and with using the hook on the Buccaneer, you scoop in the most difficult balloon on the screen, or like the highest balloon, if that makes sense. So it's very difficult to scoop in a red, but I would not give up, and I would still keep trying to do it. But these rounds, like regen zebras and regen rainbows, keep coming, so it's very difficult to kind of time it right. I did just hook in a ceramic, and I think I hooked in a lead earlier. I'm not really sure if it was earlier or later. And again, for now on, I will also cover up the timestamp, because I know that does give away the end of the game, so I will make sure not to do that, or to cover that up for future episodes. The only thing I don't like about covering it up is like I wish there was like I wish there was a better way of covering up to where it didn't blend out, or so it blend in more, but I haven't really found a way to do that yet. What I was thinking was like getting a blue box. Actually, that's a good. If I got like a blue box that was the same color as the blue on the top of the screen where the time is, I could just cover that up, and then it wouldn't look different. So that might be a good idea actually, because then it'll just blend in really well. I don't like how much the black sticks out, but it's not. I mean, if it makes the game, if it makes the content or the games more entertaining for you guys, then I don't have a problem with it, because all I'm here for is to entertain you guys. So if it's entertaining to you, then it's entertaining to me. That's pretty much. I'd say that's my #1 rule. Or not. I don't want to call it a rule, but my #1 thing is. Oh my gosh, if it entertains you guys, then it entertains me. So like, if I didn't like something, which has never happened, like any of your guys' suggestions, it's never been like you guys suggest something and I don't like it, and it'll never be like that. Like you guys, if you guys suggest something, I won't just say I don't like it, or I won't like not like it. I love every person's suggestion, and I will take every suggestion into account, because this channel is you guys. Everything we've got in this channel so far is because of you guys, so I'm going to do as much as I can to make sure it's entertaining and enjoyable for you guys. So, yeah, hopping right back into the gameplay. I almost actually, one of these times, like when looking over the replay, I think I was lagging, because I was at my dad's, and his internet's not bad, but I think when like recording this gameplay, I think if I can remember correctly. I think someone was watching Netflix, and I think someone was like playing on the Xbox online and stuff. So I think it was kind of slowing down the internet because when I looked over the replays, I was actually lagging. I'm glad the connection did not get broken because that would have been upsetting. Um, but something I also actually no, I'm gonna finish that sentence. What was I trying to say? Yeah. So there was a few times on my side of my side of the screen where some of the it looked like a lot of balloons went through, but I didn't lose any lives. My live or live my life like bar turned red as if I was losing lives, but I didn't lose any. So we are getting to more exciting rounds here. Nearing round 40. There's starting to be a lot of mobs and BFBs, but so far nothing too challenging. In micro challenges, I'm most excited for round 40 and up because that's when it gets really intense, and that's my favorite part of a micro challenge. Round 40 and up because I love the intensity of it. And originally, like the only thing that I don't necessarily like about the micro challenge is like the first 22 or 21, 22 rounds. Actually, if I could, I would just have a micro challenge starting on round 40 to be completely. Although the only issue with that would be like you don't get a chance to warm up. But if you had like a warm up game before, I kind of wish you could just start a micro challenge on round 40. But you have to have like a warm up game before, because round like 0 to 22 or 0 to I'd say like 0 to 30, 0 to 40, or no, probably 0 to mid 30s are like warm up rounds, which is why I micro a bunch in those rounds with GZ and stuff just to kind of warm up, because I don't warm up before this game. I use the beginning rounds to warm up in a micro challenge, but like. I kind of wish I could like have a warm-up game before and then hop into a micro challenge starting on round 40, because that's, in my opinion, that's when it gets most intense, and I feel like if we could make that intensity last longer, it'd be so much more fun. So not that micro challenge is not fun as it is, like it's really fun as it is, but I feel like that could oh, and as those all those rainbows and all those zebras just slipped through. I think that's when my lag kicked in because a lot of those slipped through, and my health bar turned red or flashed red, which it usually does when you lose lives. I didn't even realize I lost 50 lives. I don't know why I don't ever realize that. I think I'm just paying so much attention to the game, because these are the rounds, as I said before, or that I feel are like the most difficult. So I wasn't really paying attention to my lives. I was just kind of going and going and going. All I was paying attention to is those Moabs and those BFBs and those Oh My Gods coming on the screen. Although I don't think we've faced this Oh My God yet. I'm not really sure the first time this Oh My God comes. I think it's around 42. Yeah, I think around 42, or maybe it's 43 and 40. It's either 42 and 43 or 43 and 44 that these Oh My Gods come. I think it's 43 and 44 though. Before I thought it was around 50. I'm not really sure why. But I don't think it. Yeah, 50 is not like the first round that Oh My Gods come. I think they're 40. Yeah. There's a lot of mobs in this round though. It's crazy. But those mobs aren't too difficult to take out. You can just GZ a few times and take them out pretty easily. So that wasn't too what am I trying to say? Sometimes I talk before I think about what I'm gonna say. I do that a lot. That's when I stutter because I forget what to say, so I just use filler words until I can figure out what to say again. But yeah, so okay, I guess it's around 43 and 44 are wins Oh My Gods come. I'd say the most difficult part about taking these Oh My Gods out for me was stressing out because I would say just getting stressed out because it's such a powerful like balloon on the screen and terrifying balloon. So if you like freak out, which is what I did the first game or two, I still freak out from it, but I was like getting stressed out and freaked out that it was such a powerful balloon. I was like, how could I take this out? Rather than that, I just kind of relaxed and just moved slowly with, or not move slowly, but like I just moved relaxed and calm. So the way I would stay calm and relaxed was with BFBs. So on keyboard, like the period or the dot, when you click that, it's the right-sided upgrade on a tower. So what I would kind of tell myself is with Buccaneer, click the period or the dot 4 times when you put down a Buccaneer, get up that ability, and that ability takes out a Buccaneer by itself. So, and then with Oh My Gods, instead of seeing it as like this terrifying balloon, I would just see like, okay, first strike it 3 times, and it's moving, and I would think like, okay, it's moving slowly, it's not moving too fast, so take out a first strike it 3 times, pops it into BFBs, then get up that Buccaneer ability 4 times, and you're able to scoop up all 4 Buccaneer or all 4 BFBs. So that's what I would tell myself to remain calm. And I don't want to like recommend that as a tip to you guys because I know it's probably not helpful. It's just the way I relax and remain calm in these situations because I get terrified by Oh My Gods and BFBs. So I need to figure out a way I could stay calm and relaxed to be able to micro to take these out. Which what I was talking about earlier was in Battle Royale games when going up against another opponent, it's more specifically in Fortnite, I would get terrified because I wasn't confident in my ability to build, and I was worried I wouldn't be able to outbuild the opponent or match their build speed, which I had that in this game with the micro challenge, not being able to get the tower quick enough because I'm incapable of my micro speed. So that's kind of how I fixed my nervous problem, or my my nervous problem in micro challenge. So I was kind of relating that over to Fortnite and other battle royale games where I get nervous, and that also helped me realize that I could remain calm, stay focused in battle royale games as well. So that helped me out a lot playing micro challenges because I was able to learn that about myself. But AwesomeCLASHER does go down on round 47, so that's going to go ahead and end off the micro challenge. So well played, AwesomeCLASHER, and thank you for playing me on this micro challenge. If you guys would like to play me, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get to each and every comment as soon as I possibly can. But I hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you beautiful people in the next episode.